He yawned. I'll get out my paint tomorrow and give you a beautiful coat on breath and wait steam at him. My doctor has forbidden me to pull. My doctor has forbidden me to push, he said, and leave you here for always and always and always. The turntable, said the Fat Controller. The field where a goat ate it for tea. The guard and station master walked up and down. Find another engine, he ordered. There's only Thomas, they said. You'll have to do it then, Thomas. Be quick. To be like Gordon. It's nice of them to wave, and he whistled. Peep, peep, thank you. What are you doing here? Where are your coaches then? The guard blew his... Hurry, hurry, called Thomas. Well, I do, he cried. Remember, don't be impatient, Thomas. You can never be as strong and fast as Gordon, but you can be a... Soon came the alarm. Well, Thomas, he said, I've heard all about it, and I'm very pleased with you. You're a special mixed traffic engine, said the Fat Controller. A shower of water fell on the Fat Controller's nice new top hat. They said, You have a leather bootlace there, I see, sir, said the guard to a smartly dressed man. Please give it to me. I won't, said the man. Then, said the guard, I'm afraid the train will just stop where it is. At last he handed his laces over. That's a good engine, said the Fat Controller. I want you to pull some trucks for me. But the Fat Controller was smiling. I was in Edward's train. Meanwhile, all the passengers hurried to the booking office. We want our money back. The controller climbed on a trolley and blew the guard's whistle so loudly that they all stopped. Then he promised them a new train at once. Said, would you like to pull the express sometimes? Luggage and the guard. To stop Thomas, but he was well on his way, steaming out of the station. Look, the signal is down. We can go. Pleased to have the sight of the river. Stay and watch. Out of order. Then while the guard telephoned for an engine inspector arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon put you right. Autumn had come to the island of Sodor. Thank you. I hope it doesn't stop us. Huh, said Thomas. Soft stuff, nothing. He said to Thomas. The driver was... But there was trouble. At last, a bus came to rescue the passengers. Terence tugged and slipped and slipped and tugged. I'm Bertie. Who are you? So you're Thomas, eh? I remember now. You got stuck in the snow. You can't, said Bertie. I'll race you, said Bertie. See? Ahead. There was... He heard Bertie. Goodbye, Todd. Sorry, I can't stop. We buses have to work, you know. Goodbye. Honk, honk. There was Bertie waiting at the traffic lights. He started with a roar and chill speed. Bertie tried hard, but Bertie toiling far behind. It was fun. But to beat you over that hill, I should have to grow wings and be... They would like to have the engines were causing the Fat Controller a great deal of trouble. The fireman tried to turn the handle, but Gordon's weight and the strong wind prevented. The Fat Controller sat in his office listening to the noise outside. The passengers were angry. The station master came in. There's trouble in the shed, sir. Henry is sulking, there's no train, and the passengers are saying this is a bad railway. Indeed, said the Fat Controller, we cannot allow this. Come along, Henry, it's time your train was ready. Oh, indeed, said the Fat Controller, we'll see about that. Engines on my railway do as they are told. And he hurried away to find Edward. The yard has never been the same since Thomas left to run his branch line. Bless me, said the Fat Controller, what a noise. No, Edward, you have nice blue ones and I'm proud of you. Tender engines do show. The one, he thought. If I choose you, will you wear? Well done, Thomas. You've been quick. So I have shut them up, and I want you both to run the line for a while. And Percy will help. That's right. But please remember that this no shunting nonsense must stop. The point. But they've done you no good. If we can't make you better, we must get enough. How are you, Henry? Have you a good fire driver? And the rest in a special train to other places far away. This is the train the railwaymen call the Flying Crew. Better. Signal light shone green as they passed. They couldn't know the point. Cheer up, Henry, it wasn't your fault. Ice and snow caused the accident. I'm sending you to Cox. You'll feel a different engine and won't need special coal anymore. Sorry to say that a lot of little children are off. Take him away, he bellowed, and stop that noise! Come on, Grandfather, cried the children. Do look at this. That's a tram engine, Stephen, said the Fat Controller. Is it electric? Asked Bridget. Shh, shh, said her brother. You've offended him. But trams are electric, aren't they? They are mostly, but this is a steam tram. May we go in it, Grandfather? Please? Stop, said the Fat Controller to the... Disgraceful, he spluttered. I didn't sleep a wink last night. It was so quiet. A policeman pointed to Thomas. Where's your cowcatcher here? Don't be funny, snapped the policeman. Wrote in his notebook. Engine, you haven't, so you are dangerous. Rubbish, said Thomas's driver. We've been along here hundreds of times and never had an accident. That makes it worse, the policeman answered. He wrote regular lawbreaker in his book. The Fat Controller was having breakfast. He was eating toast and marmalade. Bother that telephone, said the Fat Controller to his wife. Thomas is in trouble. Dangerous to the public, indeed. We'll see about that. The law is the law, he said, and we can't change it. The Fat Controller felt exhausted. I'm sorry, driver, he said. It's no use arguing with policemen. We will have to make those cowcatcher things for Thomas, I suppose. Engine, said the Fat Controller. I see you've brought your coach, Henriette. No, indeed, said the Fat Controller. We couldn't allow that. Oi, you! Fancy letting your trucks run away. I am surprised. Certainly told forward to jam the table. Oh, leave him where he is. We haven't time to bother with him now. Danger. Engines must not pass this board. And a very naughty one, too. I'm not sure. We can't lift you out with a crane. The ground's not firm enough. Let me see. I wonder if Gordon could pull you out. Are you ready? Heave! By the side of the track was a lonely little cottage with a familiar figure waving to them. It's Mrs. Kindness without Mrs. Kindly. Nasty accident. You remember when she was ill in bed and... Yes, of course, interrupted Edward. You told us how she waved her red dressing gown out of her window to warn you about a landslide. The weather's changed badly. Mrs. Kindly is snowed up. Toby says he'll help to rescue her. Charged. An answering wave came from an upstairs window. Then they heard a familiar sound. That's Terence, said Thomas. He's come to help too. Terence said goodbye to Mrs. Kindly and promised to take care of her cottage as he watched them all set off. The yard was dark.